Hi, welcome to AQA Geography. Today we're going to look at command words. Today's it's all about compare, and that's usually going to be 4 marks, probably a shorter answer question. Here's 2 possible questions and some of the responses that you might want to give. We're going to look at these in some detail in the following slides. Pause here if you want to get a feel for what's coming up, but you will see this again at the end. The command word compare just means look at the differences, look at the similarities between 2 things. Identify them, describe them. Don't forget to look at both the similarities and the differences. Ideally use comparison connectives to connect the 2. On the right hand side in the yellow box is some suggestions, and also in the green box, if you want to pause here, there are some comparison connectives that you could include to show the similarities and the differences. We're going to look at 2 example questions today to show you how to use the command word compare. The first one says compare the distribution of tropical rainforests and hot deserts. Again, look at the command words, the support materials in the yellow box and also the pink box, how to approach it and what to write. Here's a possible answer, and we're going to start off with how they are similar. So it says tropical rainforests and hot deserts are similar in that they are both located on or near to lines of latitude. That's how they're similar. Here's the whereas statement. However, tropical rainforests are located on or near to the equator, whereas hot deserts are located between 15 and 30 degrees north and south of the equator. So you can see how those comparison connectives from the pink box have been used effectively here. Second possible question, it says compare the responses to a tectonic hazard that you've studied in 2 places of contrasting development. So a couple of things to note. Tectonic hazard, you could be choosing earthquakes or volcanoes. It's got to be a place you've studied, you've got to name the place, and 2 places. And it's got to be contrasting developments. So we're talking about one rich country, an HIC, and one poorer country, so an LIC, or maybe one towards the middle, an NEE, newly emerging economy. Again, look at the similarities and the differences. Look at those comparison connectives to use in your answer. There's a sample answer on the next slide. Here's a possible answer. It says the response to the earthquake in Nepal, the Gorkha region in 2015, was similar to the earthquake in New Zealand, Kaikoura 2016, as they both required military services to support them. So you can see the comparison connective here of the word similar. Also, when we're talking about earthquakes and volcanoes, we've got to name the place and the region, because both of these places you can see will have numerous earthquakes. So name the place, Gorkha and Kaikoura, and also the year. Now we're going to start to look at the differences. It says, however, the differences were in the speed of the support. Nepal took weeks to find people after worldwide donations of $126 million, whereas the New Zealand Navy evacuated 900 people the following day. Again, look at the comparison connective, which forces you to write about both sides. There's a little bit of data in there as well, which is always nice, $126 million, and that's a possible answer for this one. Here's the questions and the possible answers that have been put together on one slide. If you want to review them, again you can see in the pink box the support materials for you, the similarities, the differences, those comparison connectives. You can see in both of them it is similar, that's underlined and in bold, and then a however and a whereas. Those are perfect comparison connectives, and it forces you to write about both sides of the argument, talking about the similarities and the differences. On the final slide here, we've got the key points to remember, which is the command word compare is identify and describe the similarities and the differences. You've got to look at both of those to get the 4 marks. The similarities, the comparison connectives to use are things like equally, similarly, also, likewise. The differences, crucially, you're going to use the word whereas, maybe in contrast, or however. And you've got to look at both the similarities and the differences when you compare something. Ideally, use a little bit of data, place names also.